What's going on, guys? And today I'm going to be talking about the NBA awards and who I think will win each of them this year. I'm going to do a kind of a weird format where I choose some guys first, or the first awards I'm going to mention are awards that are kind of not common knowledge, but a lot of people would agree on. Then awards that are discussion, then the easier ones. So first off, let's talk about the Rookie of the Year and Coach of the Year. Quite simply, Rookie of the Year has to go to not Kristaps Porzingis, as a lot of Knicks fans say, but rather the one and only Karl-Anthony Towns. I know Porzingis is having a really good rookie season, but Towns did not hit the rookie wall, at least not noticeably well. Porzingis is seeming to get out of that little struggle, but Towns is already probably one of the better centers in the league, a top 5 maybe even center. I'd say he's at least top 7. And one of the actually better players in the league. He's averaging close to 17 and 10 with 2 blocks a game, and he's shooting very well, shooting something like 84% from the free throw line, and he can shoot threes too. All great things to have in your repertoire, even for a center. So with his skills, I know he's not helping the Timberwolves win whatsoever, as they are very low in the West. However, Rookie of the Year shouldn't really rely on that, I feel like, because most rookies don't contribute or help to a playoff push. But anyways, I feel like he should be Rookie of the Year. Next up is Coach of the Year, which a lot of people might have different views on. A couple weeks ago, Terry Stotts might have been the favorite, as Portland was on a very hot streak, but they cooled down a little bit. So I think right now, Coach of the Year should go to the Warriors, whether they're going to give that to Luke Walton, but most likely Steve Kerr, as Kerr has picked it up for the past 50 games or so. People might say Popovich again, because, I mean, his team is on pace to win about like 68 games, I believe, or something around that, which would be the fourth highest ever, where the Warriors most likely will win 70 plus games. And there was one team, I believe it was one of the Lakers teams, won 69 games, and there was a how can I forget this? Oh, the 96 Bulls won 72. But I mean, that's still a really, really good year, but I don't know if that's good enough necessarily to give him Coach of the Year, especially over Steve Kerr, when might even lead his team to the best record of all time. So those are my 2 picks for Rookie of the Year with Karl-Anthony Towns, and Coach of the Year, which most likely will go to Steve Kerr. Alright, next on up is 2 awards that might have more of a discussion, which is Most Improved Player and Sixth Man. So these two, there's no one guy who might win it, or is already like decided, where like a few years ago Sixth Man of the Year went to James Harden that one year, because I mean I forgot he was a sixth man. I thought he was starting, he was so good. But this year it's kind of shady. So for Most Improved Player, there's a lot of people you might put out there with Reggie Jackson, where he's actually a very, very good point guard nowadays. However, I'm going to go with CJ McCollum. I mean, this award is flawed. The Stars mentioned this, mainly Skeets. I do watch The Stars. It's a great show and great podcast to listen to, where he doesn't like it, where it's basically a guy who gets a huge bump in minutes, and he performs at like a similar pace, I guess you'd say, or at minutes pace, so it just looks a lot better than it might truly be in his development. But CJ McCollum has really came along on a per minutes basis. I don't know exactly, but he has truly improved many of his skills, and he's one of the better shooting guards in the league right now. He's not that great defensively, but he can be one of the top shooting guards in the league, and he's making it one of the better backcourts in the NBA as well. Yeah, and if you look at his basketball reference page, on a per 36-minute basis, he went from 15.7 to 21.4 points, and 2.4 to 4.3 assists. Everything else was pretty similar, but he has shown up with extra minutes, so I think that's why he should win Most Improved Player. Now, Sixth Man of the Year is really, really weird this year, because there's a lot of guys, and some you wouldn't even expect to be six men. So some might be like Iguodala, where he's having a good season helping his team win. Some are saying Tristan Thompson, but I would have to go between Will Barton and Drew Holiday. While Will Barton and Drew Holiday both probably deserve to be starting, they are still technically eligible to win Sixth Man of the Year, because I believe you just need to play half or less of your games half or more of your games off the bench. This happened to Lamar Odom in 2011, I believe, where he won Sixth Man of the Year, and I remember my dad was upset about that. He was like, "Oh, he starts, he shouldn't win it." But then in reality, he only started like 30 something games that year. I don't know off the top of my head. But anyways, I think Will Barton might be able to get it because he's having a really good season, and I wish Portland didn't trade for Aaron Aflalo, because at this point Will Barton is much more valuable than Aaron Aflalo. I feel like, as well as they also had to give away Thomas Robinson and a first round pick. This year he's averaging 15 and 6, and that's the 6 rebounds. However, even more impressive might be Drew Holiday's stats. I think he's starting about 30% of his games or so, but he is averaging 17 points and 6 assists, which is really remarkable. And that's actually not really pretty close, but it's somewhat comparable to his All-Star season back in 2013, where he averaged 18 and 8. And on a per-minute basis, this is by far his best year, I feel, averaging 21 and 8 and 2 steals a game almost. So I think he actually might win Sixth Man of the Year, which might be incredible, because a lot of people might not even know that he's off the bench. Nevertheless, might be the best sixth man in the league right now. So once again, to recap that, most improved player CJ McCollum, and Sixth Man of the Year Drew Holiday. Now finally, the awards a lot more people might agree upon. And first off, Defensive Player of the Year. This year, I feel like it just has to be Kawhi Leonard. I know he won it last year, and a lot of people felt Draymond Green should have won it. I wasn't 100% sold on Draymond winning it. Kawhi is one of the best defensive players ever, probably, and I would place Kawhi Leonard as Defensive Player of the Year once again. He has astounding defense, and I know it's not about offense, but he is having a really good offensive season as well. But just his defense and tenacity and everything that he brings to the game, the intangibles, as well as the great numbers on the defensive end, and the Spurs being one of the best defensive teams of all time. And I think that will warrant him to win Defensive Player of the Year again, which would be incredible. That this guy has only made the All-Star team once, but he would be a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, a Finals MVP, and possibly even be on the 50, 40, 90 club. Now that is something truly amazing. Finally, MVP, and everyone knows this has to go to Curry. Stephen Curry is honestly having one of the greatest seasons of all time. I'm not saying he's having a better season than anyone else specifically. I'm not saying he's having a better season than Jordan had or whatever, but I'm saying he's up there. If you have to rank them in no order, he would definitely have to be, I think, top 10 seasons of all time, where he's averaging 30 points, almost 7 assists, over 2 steals, shooting 50, 45, and 90. So easily making the 50, 40, 90 club, and having an astounding 32 PER, which is, I believe, the greatest of all time. So Curry, with these insane numbers and stats, as well as bringing his team to one of the greatest records of all time, there's no reason why he should not win MVP. Some people might give votes away to other players, such as Kawhi Leonard, who I just mentioned for Defensive Player of the Year, for being the best defensive player on one of the best defensive teams of all time, as well as being a great offensive player and helping his team win an astounding amount of games. So I think Curry will win MVP and should win MVP pretty easily, considering all these factors, with his incredible numbers, his incredible team's record, and just everything all around, including his efficiency that has truly never been seen before, especially at that volume. Plus, he already did break the 3-point record once again. He's in the 300s right now for made threes this season. Let me look up exactly how much he has, because this is really crazy if you think about it, where previously the record was 272, I think. I don't remember off the top of my head, for threes in a season, and now he's just absolutely smashing that record, where he already broke it, I believe, twice, and now, yes, he's made 343 threes. Damn. Like, that's actually, like, I thought he was like a 310. That's incredible. And at this pace, it's astounding how many threes he might get to. So yeah, with all these factors, I think he should be MVP. To run through it really quick: MVP of Steph Curry, Defensive Player of the Year of Kawhi Leonard, Rookie of the Year of Karl-Anthony Towns, Coach of the Year of Steve Kerr, Sixth Man of the Year of Drew Holiday, Most Improved Player of CJ McCollum. Those are my awards. I didn't mention other things like Executive of the Year. I really don't even know at this point, but I know for sure it's not going to Dell Demps, if he's still the GM of the Pelicans, because they're having a terrible year where, I don't know, he's making very bad decisions, I feel like. Or the Clippers with Doc Rivers, as he's not making some good decisions either. Anyways, I really don't care about those awards, and I'm not going to mention it. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. Give me a thumbs up. Tell me down below who you would pick for these awards. Subscribe for more 2K content. Sorry about the rebuilding video. Some of the files got corrupted. But anyways, thanks for watching. Tune in next time, and of course, have a good day. Peace.